So earlier this year, a friend of mine reached out. So this friend of mine, he knew me when I started learning about the market, when I started studying, how to invest in the market. And we actually did business together early, in my early stages, and we both lost all our money. So from there, I just went into strictly learning and studying what actually moves the market. And, so I've not heard from him for a very long time. But recently, when I launched the SOG Capital Macro Tracker, which I will show you guys um, as we proceed, the macro tracker helps me understand exactly what is happening in the US economy from the central bank's perspective down to everything that the central bank cares about. So that's basically how I trade. I trade with macro, I trade the fundamentals. I'm a fundamental guy, but I just know how to combine the fundamentals and the macro with the technicals. That is what makes me good at what I do. So he reached out and he said, okay, he sees that now I'm actually talking some big stuff. I've launched the macro track and all of that. He wants us to have a 1 year contract and test out a $200 account. I was like, why not? Because, I am of the view that if you know what you are doing with the markets, no money is actually too small. And because I have my hands stuck in other things, I don't I don't trade the markets on a daily basis like some of you do. I trade the markets, as and when there are good opportunities. So um he deposited $200 in the account. He deposited $200 in the account in March. Yes, there was a $200 in the account in March. So we have a 1 year contract. So this contract will end in March 2027. That is when we would split profit at the end of the whole account of the whole period. I almost said accounting period, sorry, because I'm an accountant. So the account has been, we've had days where, but overall we've been positive. If you take a look at March, we did 106% from a $200 account, which was not bad. March started really well. Let me switch to the dollar value. So 106%, $213 in March. He was excited. Then April, it dropped. April we did $135, which is the percentage is 32.70%. Then in May was April and May were very tough months for me because I was not getting, the market was consolidating. There was not enough, should I say liquidity? There's not enough data to give the market the push it needed. So I was just trying to look for trades because I wanted to make money. I wanted to prove something to him every month. So April and May, tough months. I actually ended May making just $44. Yeah. I mean, in May, I made some good money. Then I gave most of it back to the market. I think in May, I had a little bit of time to look at day trading stuff. So I was trying to day trade in May. So I was making money, losing money. I was like, hey, let me just stop. So then when we got to a point, I was like, let me just wait for the data to come out. Let me just relax. So I stopped trading. And then May was $44 in profit. Now June is that month. Currently, I'm up $413 in June. That's 69.78% in the month of June. So year to date, we're up 402% on a $200 account. This is CFD trading. All right. And I'm not even over leveraging the account or anything. That is the beauty of it. I'm actually, trading with a lot of sense. Yeah, I'm actually trading, pretty much with a lot of sense. So you see, I have losing days. It's not like I don't have losing days. I have days where it doesn't work, but when I win huge. That's the difference. You understand? When I win huge. For instance, I think this week I've not closed some positions. I have some running positions. So this month up $413 at the moment. Year to date, the account is up $800. From March, made $800 profit on the account for him. I mean, the win rate on this particular account is 51.5%. We've taken a total of 169 trades. The profit factor is what I have to look at, 1.86. It's not really good like that. Yeah, but overall, yep. So this is Gold is the market has made me most money, $480, followed by GBP USD. And yes, I trade only dollar. Mostly, I trade only dollar influence pairs. Earlier on, I was taking some odd yen trades, but I've not traded odd yen in a very long time. Yeah, odd yen in a very long time. I have some current open trades running. I've got gold shorts around 42.51. I've got BTC shorts around and you can see the lot size. I mean, I don't over leverage on the account. It's even when the account hits a overall balance of $1,000 that I started using 0.10. If I go back to all the close trades, you see that the kind of lot size I was using were very tiny. 0.02, of course for DXY. I'm coming. I think the highest lot sizes I was using was 0.05, yes. 0.05, 0.05. So mostly you see me take euro dollar index and pound dollar. And the max positions on them will be like 0.11. Yes, 0.11 because I'll go 0.05 on the euro, 0.05 on GU, 0.01 on DXY. I want the account to get to a certain level before I start increasing the lots. So yeah, current open trades, I've got GU 0.10, Euro 0.10, um, executed at 1.15. And I'm expecting these trades to actually move all the way because of the current macro factor. So the overall volume is 0.22 on all these positions. I think all of them are protected now. I've moved to break even on most of them. I'm looking at adding on to GU and EU for example, and even DXY going into next week, going for gold. I'll just let it run, or I'll just close profit when market opens because mostly what I do is I don't hold on this particular account. That's the agreement we had. I don't hold trades about beyond Friday, so I always close on Friday. This one skipped me. I totally forgot. I always close on Friday. Then when the market opens on Monday, I re-enter positions, then hold it to Friday, then close. So every Friday I secure profits on the account. But this one just skipped me. Yeah, this one just skipped me. This one just skipped me. Yeah. Yep. So that is it. That is it. $200 account. We up. And this is the space of 4 months. So I'm not promising him any 100% return in a month. I don't do that. Or percentage in a month. No. So 1 year, 2 years max. We can go. It depends on how far you want us to go. Then we can work on it. Yep. So I mean, $800 on the $200 return. When he has other things he's doing, my goal is to probably hit $5,000 before the contract ends, which is actually possible if by even all other things equal. I like the way the market is looking at the moment. I like the fact that from the macro perspective, I like what I'm seeing, and also from the technical perspective, I like what I'm seeing because um, dollar is screaming bullish. Technicals are also screaming bullish. I'm just praying that we end June with the DXY closing strongly above 100. When that happens, I know it's opening up to 100. It opens out the dollar to the 100 to 110 levels. Yes, that is if the macro stays the same and we still get these comments from the Federal Reserve with inflation still being elevated, then the dollar is supported. That means my pound dollar shorts and euro dollar shorts will be amazing. Yeah, so I'm looking at adding odd dollar shorts to it when the market opens next week, God willing. I like where it's sitting. I mean, if the dollar is going up, I might as well just short every other market that I can get my hands on. So yes, I just wanted to show you guys $200 account. $800 profit at the moment in 4 months actually. So this is not in one day, this is in 4 months. So gradual process. We've got July, August, September. We've got 6 months to go. I know it's going to be an amazing 6 months as well. So because of where the markets are sitting and the current macro perspective. So everything I trade is basically using the SOG Capital Macro Tracker to take positions. All right. And when I understand where the macro is going, and I'll come and see if the technical lines up with it, because the macro always gives you value where value sits. Then you now come and look at the technical, and then you look at the price at where the market is trading. Then you can now take a decision. based off the macro. So I don't only take decisions because of the technical. No, I take decisions mainly because of the macro. Yeah, so this is me being extra conservative on the account because of the kind of contract we signed. So no over leveraging. We are just going, gradual, just growing the account, building the account for him. You can see he has not done any withdrawals yet. So the withdrawals will be done at the end of the contract. We'll split profit, then he'll pay me my management fees. I didn't charge something anything huge because he's a friend, he's an old friend of mine. But I just wanted to show him that even with the smallest amount, we can do big numbers. We can do something pretty good. So I think after a year, he's looking at now depositing something huge for us to run with. So this was just like a test for him to see what I can do now, because the last time we tried something like this, we both lost our money. That was in my early learning years. That we both lost a good amount of money, sizable amount of money. So this is an upgrade. And then at the end of the year, I mean, 1 year is pretty much good enough for us to see, where we sit with respect to using macro and fundamentals to trade. So yeah, that is basically it. You can see how the graph is graphing. Check the balance. I mean, it's been a steady grind. Then poof, that was a big shot. Then okay, steady grind. Then we are going back again. Profit. hmm Drawdown. Yeah, we have spikes. We have lows. Yeah, so a negative 22.16%. 16% drawdown with a overall growth of 402% at the moment. That's not bad. That's not bad on the $200 account. That's not bad. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys. Let me now switch to let me now switch to the macro tracker and show you exactly how the macro tracker works. That is why I used to trade. That is my trading buddy. It's my trading partner. All right. All right. So this is the macro tracker. This is the SOG Capital Macro Tracker. It's basically, tells you exactly from the Fed to the jobs to inflation. It gives you a complete story, every month, gives you a complete story. It connects all the dots for you. You understand exactly what is going on. I do all the updates myself. I wait for the data to come out. I do all the updates. We've done the most recent one, which is the FOMC meeting 12-0, no dissent. Unanimous 12-0 votes to hold. That was Kevin Wash's first meeting. There's a jobs report, the recent jobs report. There's inflation, the CPI report. There's a PCE also down here connecting to CPI. Um, there's a jobs breakdown. There's a PPI section, which is the inflation pipeline indicator. There's a CME. The CME tool, I have it here. It connects to the whole gang. All right. So the story connecting everything from the Feds to the jobs to PPI to CPI to PCE, then everything grades to the DXY bias. The current bias is bullish. You can see some of the indicators we are tracking, or the major ones of screaming bullish. COT currently neutral, even though overall is long. They've not released the COT for this particular week. It's not yet there, so I've not yet updated COT for this particular week. Fed stands still on hold, so it's neutral. Yep. This is basically the SOG Capital Macro Tracker. So this is the most important aspect of it. After all the data, what does it tell you about DXY? This is the most important. And then this is a pro feature. Well, it's not free. Okay, it's not free. This is a pro feature. It's a pro feature. It's 200 Ghana cedis per month to get access to the SOG Capital Macro Tracker. But it's worth it. It's worth it. You make your money back and more. That's if you can follow the macro. And I tell most people, some of you are very good with technicals. If you can understand the macro, you'll be crazy traders because if the dollar is screaming bullish, there's no way you see me selling dollar. If the dollar is if the dollar bias is bullish, there's no way I'm selling dollar. I'll always wait for the market to align in that bullish perspective, then I'll buy the dollar. I always wait. If I don't wait, then it means probably I'm testing something out. That's why I'm not waiting. And yes, I have so in a macro tracker there's a chart analyzer, AI chart analyzer where you can take a screenshot of the DXY, all right, upload the chart and it will line up the technical with the fundamental for you. So it will analyze the technical picture you posted and it will tell you whether it's in line with the macro direction. Okay. So currently the macro is bullish. So when you upload the DXY, it will tell you whether the technical lines up with the macro. And that is a strong confirmation because you want the macro and the fundamentals to line up with the technical charts. You understand? So after you've done that, you can now come and also upload, a chart of the pair you want to trade, whether GBP, USD, whether Euro, dollar, yen, any dollar influence market. You can come and upload their charts over here, select the time frame you want to select, and then run the analysis because this particular site will be screaming positive. It'll give you potential entries, you know, stop losses and then take profits for the pair you want to trade. But it will only give you a confluence when this particular section is screaming positive. All right. When there's a macro, when a macro is bullish, and then the technical is also bullish on the dollar index. All right. That's when you get a confluence for this particular session. Yeah, so this is basically what we use at SOG Capital. This is basically what we have built. And I believe every retail trader who actually wants to take his, Forex game to the next level should have access to this particular tool because it makes the work pretty easy for you. You've seen what we've done with a $200 account. That's just $200. Imagine if you have $10,000 and then you understand what the macro is saying or the fundamentals is saying, and that helps you or that guides you to take technical, correct positions. Yes. So at this point I'll end the video so it does not become too long and stay safe. Peace out.